Hey Rebecca, how are you? Hey, hello, hello, hello. Hey Leanne, no time, no see. You mean long time no see? Nice to see you all. What's everybody up to today? I'm okay. I went swimming today, so I'm a little bit tired. But all in all, I'm feeling pretty good. How are you? I think that's part of his fin. So I'm kind of doing some color layering here. I'm gonna do it on this first fish and then see how I like it. You're good, good. School today? Excuse me. Did you learn a lot of good stuff? It's nice to just sit and chill. Ooh, you just finished packing for your trip. Fun. You must be getting excited. And here I'm just layering a couple of colors just to give it a little bit of dimension. Make sure you weren't taught anything today other than French, which makes no sense. Okay. I know there's a complaint in there somewhere, but not sure exactly what it is. So I'm using two different colors just to see if I can make a couple of highlights here. Complaint is the French teacher just speaks no teach. Oh, okay. Leaving at oof tomorrow morning. So oh my gosh, yeah, that'll be I recommend an early night. It's an early day. Jeez. Oh, I don't envy that. But you'll have fun in Ottawa, so it's worth it. But those early mornings, man, they're rough. Do you have any vacations planned for this year? No. So I have, hang on, I gotta pick an orange here. My husband is not feeling all that great right now, and my dog is elderly, so it's kind of like, I'm using this one here in case anybody is wondering. So we can't really, I don't know, can't really go anywhere, I guess. I'd like to go somewhere, but my dog, like, I can barely leave the house. Usually one of us is always home. Like, I had family parties and my husband stayed home. Oh, these freaking ads again. I gotta figure something out. I think I might get a DVD player. Get some CDs or something. I don't know, something. I don't want to pay for Spotify if I don't have to. Anyway, yeah. So it's kind of tough to get away right now. So no, not really. But if my husband feels better, and like, I don't really want to wish for vacations because that's kind of like me saying I hope my dog goes sooner rather than later, you know. I'm not really willing to leave him with anyone right now just because I don't think he's going to be around forever. He's kind of not doing the greatest anymore, so I suspect things are going to happen. But that's all I'm going to say because otherwise I'm going to start crying, so. I mean, you guys hear him on the call, so sometimes he gets real worked up. I kind of like how this turned out, though. This little fishy guy. I think I'm going to add a little of this. Just to give him a little bit of texture. Yeah, you like him. Sorry for your poor dog. Oh yeah, he sounds like a fun boy, though I'm sure he loves you and your husband. Yeah. What do we think of the fish? He turned out pretty good. I like that color combo. I'll do that with there's 4 fish on this page, so I'll do those. Yeah, we lost our other little guy at the end of, like, in the fall last year. And then we lost my mother-in-law. So it's been a rough, you know, it's one of the reasons I color so much. It's been rough. But yeah, losing, I mean, obviously losing a person is hard, really hard. But my other little guy was such a mama's boy. He was on my lap, like, constantly, so it's kind of sad. I think about him a lot. He's up on our mantle now, and I think since he's gone, my other little guy is a little bit lost without him. We've been together for so long, and I don't want to get another dog because he's, you know, I don't want to end up with a puppy or something, you know. Just I feel like I just need a break from animals after this guy's gone for a bit so I can travel. Thank you. Is anybody else coloring? Now that I've depressed everybody thoroughly. Oh, thank you. That's really kind of you. Hey, Michaela. Yeah, I kind of had a rough schedule last week, so it doesn't surprise me that you haven't been here in a while. I'm thinking about setting up like an email, like sign up, so that I can just start emailing out when I go live. I think that might be easier for me and for everyone. You missed what? Oh, it's crocheting for you today? That works too. I think I'm just gonna not worry about these little sections. They're slowing me down. Yeah, I was thinking then I could set up like an automated email to go out when I go live. And that would probably be easier because the tagging process is like really a pain. And you should see the list that I have. It's so long. I never get a chance to tag everybody because it just takes me so long. So I don't know, maybe I need to unfollow some people that don't follow me back, kind of thing. I don't know. Just got off work, a long day. Oh yeah. I was trying to stop, but now that you're online, maybe doing some wonky doodle. Yeah, that's a good idea. I've been really obsessed with coloring wonky doodles, so I have to do some other coloring. It's like I have other books. My one book, I'm too freaking busy. That one is, there's 2 books, there's 1 and 2, and then the first one had gotten rejected. So I just sent it back today. Hopefully that'll get published, so we'll see. We shall see. Oh, who wants to hear a funny story about a cat that happened to me today? Oh, yeah, thank you. What is who doing? Let's hear it. Yeah, I have been a little bit down lately. I haven't been feeling well. And just like life, you know, there's a lot going on and trying to keep all the balls in the air. But anyway, let's move on to something happy. Actually, I don't know if it's happy or if it's just kind of funny. I went swimming with my mom today, and I just adjust here real quick. There we go. Just want to make sure you can see this little fish guy. Yeah, so I went swimming with my mom today, and as I was driving to her house, I was driving down her street. She lives in a small town, so it's like not a busy street. And I'm driving down the street, and out of the corner of my eye, I see a cat, like in a door, like stuck in a door. And I was like, did I just see what I think I just saw? And thinking, like, anytime I see something on the street, I always think to myself, is that going to resolve itself, or do I need to turn around? Oh, these ads. I'm sorry. I even changed channels, and I'm still getting ads. I don't know what. Hold on a second, and I'll finish my story. 3, 2, 1. There. I swear I'm going to figure this out one day so that you don't have to hear ads. So anyway, I'm driving down the street and I see this cat out of the corner of my eye, and I'm thinking to myself, is this something that like it's going to resolve itself, or do I have to turn around? So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to be able to stop thinking about it. So I turn around, and sure enough, this cat is stuck at this person's house. It's stuck between the like storm door and the like regular door. And like flattened like a pancake trying to get out. And it's crying and screaming, and no one has, I don't even know how long this cat's been here like this. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I pull into the driveway and I go up to the door, and the screen is open. So the cat can, like, the wind is blowing. It's not like freezing out today, but it was kind of chilly. The wind is blowing on this cat through the screen door. And he's like clawing up the screen and like trying to, I don't know, just going crazy trying to get out of this door. And the door is locked. Like I couldn't open the screen door because it was locked. Because I was going to like open it and knock because they weren't answering I was knocking and they weren't answering. And there was no doorbell. So I'm like panicking. I'm like, what do I do? So I go to the neighbor's house. I'm knocking over there. No answer. I go to the other neighbor's house. I'm knocking over there. No answer. I went to the other neighbor and I knocked, and this like real bitchy lady answered the door. She was not happy that I was there. Like she had this scowl on her face, like I interrupted something really important. Anyway, I just said like, hey, your neighbor's cat is stuck between the door and the storm door. Like, do you have their phone number so that I can, or like, can you call them and let them know or whatever? Because like there was a car home. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go stand in the driveway and wait to see if this person comes out. And so I'm standing in the driveway, and the lady who owns the cat comes like bursting out of the garage, running to the house, freaking out because her poor cat. Oh, it was really funny. And then she obviously let the cat out. But this poor cat, I felt so bad for it. No, I didn't. I don't remember if I talked to you. If I did, I don't remember anyway. So I was just telling a story about this cat that got stuck between a door, the storm door, and like the big door of a house. I was driving to my mom's house and spotted it from the road and had to like try and help save this dang cat. Poor thing though, I have no idea how long it was there for. Like, I'm surprised nobody else stopped because you could see it plain as day from the road. Poor baby. That kind of stuff happens to me all the time though. Oh, really? I don't know, like, how does that even happen? I don't know. Felt bad for the poor cat though. Poor baby, he's crying and I'm going, I know, I'm sorry, I know. I'm trying to help you. And like, all the houses had cars home and nobody was answering the door. I'm like, ah. Poor kitty. Oh, a camping lot? Okay. Thanks for the follow, Rebecca. I think somebody else followed me a minute ago too. Thank you. It's outdoors and I think the midst of closing the screen door. Oh, okay. They slipped by. Yeah, I don't know. I was talking to my mom about, or my dad about his cat. They have a really, really fat cat. They actually think he might have like like diabetes or something because he's so fat. I was like, yeah, if you shut the door on him, you'd hear a big thunk and there'd probably be a dent in the door. So had a cat that lost part of his, because of, oh no, the door slammed on his tail. His tail pitcher? What's a tail pitcher? I know what you mean though. That's so sad. Poor guy. Yeah, my dogs are like, I know where they are like 90%, 99% of the time. Because it used to be if I couldn't hear my dogs, they were into trouble. So I always know where they're at. So that would probably never happen. But one time my husband, the dog that passed away in the fall, my husband had him before I met him. And before I met him, they had shut the bathroom door and then they left the house and didn't realize that the dog was in the bathroom. And he freaked out and he chewed a hole through the bathroom door. It's just, and keep in mind, this is like a Shih Tzu. It's not like a big dog. Now go to the part of the door he knows doesn't open, but he can still see ya. But he still puts his dang arm through the area, so it's still super tough to get outside. Okay. Cats are funny. I wish I could get a cat, but my husband's really allergic. I grew up with cats. Little cats. They're so cute. My parents have these two cats. One is like super sweet, loves everybody, never gets annoyed. He's really fat, like really big. And the other one is scared of everybody, hides constantly. Just like a big suck. But still super sweet. You just, if he knows you, he's comfortable with you, he's really sweet. Oh, they've always been themselves, and this cat is Sour Patch Kid. I don't know what that means, but sounds funny. Fat cats are the best. The lady that answered the door goes, "Is it a tabby?" And I'm like, I don't know what that means, so I don't know, but Doesn't matter. Like it's a cat stuck in the door. Oh man, she had a resting Karen face though. I've met her before and she was real cranky. The look she gave me, I'm like, literally I'm trying to help a cat that's stuck in a door. Like, some people. Like I was late for swimming because of it. Lady. Oh, okay. Want to know about the rest of the story with your husband's beloved cat? Oh, my husband didn't have a cat. I'm not sure what year. You mean the dog that chewed through the door? Is that what you're talking about? My husband never had a cat, but he had, well, not that I know of anyway. We had a dog. Like his ex actually got a dog. And when they broke up, he was like, I can't live without the dog. So he got the dog. And he's just a big sucky baby. Like always on your lap, hugging you. Really sweet. Anyway, he chewed through the door and then so they had to replace the door. There's pictures of it somewhere. So I messaged his ex when she passed away, or when he passed away. Just to let her know. Yeah, he was a big suck. Brody. His name was Brody. Actually, I think I'm going to use the fine tip on this marker for this. I haven't really used the fine tips, but this one is really nice for really, really fine details. Kind of messed that up a little bit. And a dog like you described for sure, and his name was Bodie. Oh, weird. That's pretty close. What's everybody up to today? I think it might be a little early for everybody today. I think since the weather's turned nice, people have, or since the daylight savings, it's like 5:30 might be a little early for everybody. Now everybody's trying to get outside after work. Maybe, I don't know. Kind of nice for me because my dog's not sundowning at this time as much. And then when he does, I can be there for him, poor little man. was gone for part of the day, and he came back and I came back and he looked like I had abandoned him. I like how that looks. Fish are really looking good. I'm in love with the way you do the, oh, thank you. Thanks. Yeah, I feel like it's really simple to do once you like get the hang of it. It's really just like picking 3 colors. Oh, these ads, I swear. Oh. I can show you how I do it if you want like a tutorial. I have tutorials on YouTube too, but it's nice to see it like over and over again until it sinks in. Let me know. Thank you. Thanks, Dee. I'm gonna do this guy right here. It's a good example. Need to learn how, and yes, it would be nice. Okay, so for this one, I'll do a little brief. So I did a layer. I'm obviously not going to start over here for this one. I'll show you on another one too, but I'll try to explain it as I go. So this one so before you even do it, you're going to try and decide where the light source is coming from, and I'm assuming the light's kind of coming from this way. So the first thing I did was take a really light color and do the whole thing. So you can see here I did like the light yellow. I did on the whole thing. And then I went a little bit darker yellow. And this is kind of like, basically what we're saying is that this darker yellow is kind of like the normal shade of the fish, and there's just highlights from where the sun's hitting it. So that's why I have, like, you can see I did a little shadow here, and then the top of the fin. These fins are a good example because it's like they're kind of supposed to be like rippled, right? So you can see I did a little shadow there, but this would be hitting the sun, and then I assume this is kind of rippling out. So there's a little shadow here, and then there's just a little peak of sun, and then it would be kind of overlapping, so there's a shadow there. And this looks like it's overlapping, so there's a shadow, so the highlight would be there. And I kind of did the same thing all the way along. Like, this is the highlight because it would be kind of ruffled, and then here would be the highlight, and then this, you know, I'm assuming it's kind of like fluttery, so this would be kind of a shadow, and then maybe this is coming out a little, so there's, and then this one looks like it's kind of overlapping, so I did a shadow, and the same thing all the way down. And then anytime you're kind of in these little crevices, it's going to be a little bit darker. So like this doesn't have a highlight on top as much because I'm assuming that if the light's coming from this way, that the shadow is kind of stretching out onto the fin a little bit. And same with here, you can see I did a little darker here, and then maybe the sun is just catching little peaks of the fin. So I hope that makes sense. This is my coloring book. It's at the link in my bio. So now I'm going to go in with, I'm going to do my second color. See, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one because I did a highlight on top and I kind of like it. So I kind of don't want to ruin the highlight. So maybe I'll just go like this. These are supposed to be like all kind of orange, but I kind of like this little highlight. So I'll just go like that. So now I'm just going in and adding like the base. So this is kind of the base color for what I envision these little spots to be. So now, so that's my darkest color. So, okay, so now I'm going in with an even darker color. So usually I would pick 3 colors. So you'd have your highlight, and then I do the like kind of the normal shade, and then I would go in with a darker color. But because I'm doing orange, I kind of decided to do the shadows with the orange. And because I just assumed that not only would it be shadows, but it would also be kind of part of the color of the fish. So you can see I'm kind of going under the shadow again, and then this base area is going to be darker because it's kind of like where it meets. And then I'd probably go like that, because that's kind of, so now you have your light, your darker, and your darkest shade. Same thing here. And then all these little like wrinkles would probably have like a little shade. So I'm kind of adding a little bit of shading there. And then at the base would probably be a little bit of a shadow. So it's really just starting with the lightest color and deciding where you think the shadows would be. That's really all it is. And then here I'm gonna add it like there and kind of blend it out. And then same with here, this would probably be a little bit darker because it's a shadow. And then maybe under that little fold. And then probably at the base here. And then probably like that. And then, you know, you might have a little bit of shading there because it's normally, if I was doing like 3 shades of yellow, I would probably go up a little bit more with the shadow, but because this is such a darker color, I'm just going to do kind of a light shadow. A light shadow, you know what I mean. Just a little bit of a shadow there. And then lips are fun to do too, because usually I'd leave a little highlight there, and then there'd be like, you know, I can show you later when I do her. So same here, I'm just doing a little bit of a shadow. So you can see here again, it's like the lightest, mid shade, and then darkest. So you just do all along like that. And I try not to worry too much about it being perfect. Like, I think if you're worrying about staying inside the lines, it makes this a lot harder. And then this would probably be covering that up a little bit. Probably have a little bit of shade there. Probably have a little bit of a shade there from that fin. Yeah. So that's how I do that. Always scared to put color over color, and now I realize that's my problem. I know why you're thinking that. Because the way that you have to look at alcohol markers is kind of the same way that you look at, yeah, a light shadow. Hold on. Just taking a sip, sorry. I think a lot of people think of it backwards, right? Like, so if you were doing like acrylic painting, like regular acrylic painting, you'd put your darkest shade first, and then you would layer with your lighter and lighter and lighter. And that's usually how people think about color. But when you're doing like watercolor or alcohol marker, you have to start with the lightest color and you have to build the shadows on top of that. And that's, I think, usually why people struggle with it, because it's hard to, it's kind of a little bit tougher to understand how to build it when you're thinking about the highlights first. All right, let's do her. You know what, let's do this little guy and I'll show you like a start to finish tutorial. Pick a color. I'll let you guys pick the color, and we'll do a close-up tutorial on this guy. Yeah, I think that's really one of the big problems. All right, pick a color for this guy, and I'll show you like start to finish how it goes. Purple? All right, let's do purple. Okay, so here's my purples. I'm gonna pick a light shade. So this is gonna be my highlight, this one. I'm gonna pick a darker, so P4, that's probably gonna be my darkest shade. Actually, you know what, I'll just do these 3, so then you can see. I don't really like to use super dark shades because it looks too dark in my opinion. So I changed my mind. I'm gonna see if I can find a mid shade purple or a lighter purple. All right, I've got that one. Let's see. maybe, unless I have a lighter purple. Oh, I'm going to use this lilac color. Okay, so I'm using, this is my lightest color. And then I've got, this is my next shade, and then my next shade. So these are the 3 colors that I have. All right. So first I'm going to go in with my lightest shade. So I'll leave them here so you can look at them when I'm doing this. So this is my lightest color, hopefully. I hope they come out light. Actually, I'm gonna go here so it's quicker. All right. So I don't really worry about too much about the light shade going on like perfectly. Because it's gonna get covered up a lot, so I don't worry about it being like too streaky unless I know I'm gonna have big highlighted areas. All right, so this is the light color, and sometimes if you don't have a light color like a mid shade, you can layer your lightest color a couple of times just to darken it up. So you can always look at it that way too. It's just if you end up layering too much, then you can get a lot of bleed through, and I try to avoid too much bleed through if I can help it. Okay, so that's the lightest color. Now I'm going back in with my mid shade. So this would be, when I think of the mid shade, I always think, okay, this would be the true color of the animal or of whatever I'm coloring. So I'm going to assume that the light's coming from this direction. So if that was the case, it would be hitting here and it'd probably be cascading like this. So I'm going to just go like this. And then this might have a little bit of a shadow under it. What I struggle with is doing 2 colors, like a 3-range purple and a 3-range blue. That can also, I'll wait for the end of that. And these might have a little bit of shadow under them. So then I'm gonna, okay, so then I'm assuming that the light's coming here and hitting the top. So I'm just gonna do, actually I'm gonna switch to my fine liner. I might do a little bit there, a little bit there. And now, so now we're getting, the light is coming from this way, so these are gonna probably be mostly shaded up here. And then the light would probably hit the bottom bits. Because remember, the light's coming here, so it's probably cascading like there. So these might be all shadowed. So I'm just going over a little because it's a pretty close color match. I want it to be a little bit darker. And then under here, you'd probably have a little bit more shade. Okay. 3-range purple and a 3-range blue, that can also vibe together. Yeah, you have to have enough colors for that, but you can, like I said, you can always layer too, right? And I can show you that if you'd like. So then, okay, so then now I'm going to assume that the light is coming here, and it's probably just this bottom piece and some of the shadows that are going to be like in a full shadow, like that. And then I'm going to go like this, just the bottom, and it would probably be kind of, the light would be cascading like this. I'm assuming it's going down. And then the light might be kind of reflecting back over here a a little bit. And I mean, these are kind of up too, right? Like these little tentacles are kind of moving upwards. So they might have a little bit of shadow on them, or a little bit of highlight. And I might go in and do a little bit of, just like this, just to give it a little bit more dimension. There, does that make sense? Any questions about that? I might do a little bit at the bottom like this too. Where do you get your pens from? These are Ohuhu. If you go to the link in my bio and click supplies, or click the menu and then supplies, you'll find them there. Yeah, the markers usually need a little more. Like, it's not just link in bio, it's link in bio, menu, supplies. Any questions about that? Yeah, I can do another one if you want. We can do, I can do her hair. What color would you like me to do her hair? Do her tail too. There's lots in here I can do. I'm gonna just, while you're deciding, I am going to do these little fishies in the background. Just gonna do them a flat color because they're kind of plain.
When it's real,
they're just background fishies.
You feel it. Herbal essences. Feel what's real.
Oh my god, these ads. Hey girl, hey. And there's site 2, and there's some of that cheaper there too. I think her tail should be that greenish blue. Yeah, I see darker hair, but I feel you should choose. Well, I'm only asking because if anybody wants to learn how to highlight, like to do the shading technique on hair, and there's a specific color that you're thinking you'd like to learn, you know, that'll help you understand it better, then I can do that. Or I can just pick a color. It's up to you. Sometimes I like doing mermaid hair like a fun color. I did pink on the first one. I like these little brush tips because they're so easy to get little fine areas. I think her tail should be, they're so much money. What, the markers? Yeah, the Ohuhu has like a variety. These ones, the pack that I have was only like $20-something. And then I have other alcohol markers on there that are cheaper for like 100 set. I think they're like 50 bucks. Red hair might be fun. Let's see. Okay, so red hair. Okay, let me think. I'm looking at my colors here. So if I was gonna do red hair, I'd need a couple of different shades. This is my coral, red to black. Ooh, that's kind of fun. See, black can be kind of fun because, I don't think I've ever done black hair before. I feel like it's a challenge that I'm ready for. So I'm picking this color, and then obviously black, and then I might pick a little bit of a gray too, just to help me out with the transition color. Okay, this is a challenge. All right, these are my colors. Got my, where's my coral? Okay, so this will be, okay. I think the cherry pink and the I think that one I gotta put away. All right, let's do this. Did black to bright pink once and it was nice. Ooh, okay. Let's do it. That sounds like it would be really pretty. Nice thing is too is if I do too much with the red, you know, I can cover it up with the black. So this is a good example of like a 2-shade shading, because I have 2 shades of the red and 2 shades of the black. Well, gray and black anyways. And I can go over all of the hair with red because black is going to cover it up really nice. So I'm not worried about that. Has anybody had a chance to check out replays on YouTube? I'm just trying to figure out what people actually want to see on YouTube. So if you have any feedback or comments, they are always welcome. So I know this looks a little bit orange right now, but it's because it's the like light color. So, oops. Kind of went a little over there. That's okay. Oh, he did? And what'd you think? I mean, they're just replays. It's not like anything special, but I'm trying to figure out like what people actually would like to see on YouTube, so that I can grow my channel a little bit. I did see that you followed me. I got the little notification that you followed me. I'm up to a whopping 110 subscribers. Look out, world. I have to watch more. I didn't have a lot of time, but I will let you know if I got them. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my second color. So this is gonna be like my base kind of color. So again, I'm like kind of playing with where the light would be, and she'd probably have not a lot of light here, so I'm just gonna go in and do that. Hair like this, it's kind of the highlights kind of in the middle here, like, so I'm just gonna go like that. She'd probably have some like this. Thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed putting this book together. It took me a long time, but I had a lot of fun with it. I have to do more videos to let people know about it. I've had a tough go lately. Been sick and whatever, so, but I'm back. I'm back. See, that's a two-tone. I don't know if you see that two-tone shade. I could go in with a darker shade here and make it even darker. Let's see. Do I have a darker shade? I could go like this. It's not really that much darker, but it adds a little bit.
At Capital One, we've got what you need to improve your credit. Over the last 3 years, 70% of our customers who made their payments on time saw an increase in their credit score. Ready to watch your credit grow?
Oh, it's making me really upset. I need to figure something out for music for the next live, because this is like really annoying. Okay. Wait, is that the wrong? I lost track of what I was doing here. So I'm not going to worry about doing shades too far down. Or shadows, I should say. See, like here, there would be probably shadow right under her. Like this would be all in shadow. So I wouldn't worry about shading that too much. I would just make it all dark. This would probably be shadowed. Oh, it's okay. I have Spotify, but it also has ads. I'll figure something out, don't worry. I want to make sure it's updated for the next live because this is just driving me bonkers. And I'm sure it's driving you bonkers every time I get mad. It's not exactly a great experience for people. I don't know why I went all the way down. I think just out of habit. I'll just do it here too, and then I'll add black tips. I appreciate the offer though. That's really kind. I'm just going in with this other shade here. It's kind of not going to make much of a difference, but you know how I am. Okay, so I'm going to actually go in with my gray in the bottom, and I'm going to do the whole thing in black. I'm just going to do like the very tips. Because black kind of covers up all the detail. I'll probably go like this. Maybe I'll do like a It's a good challenge. I've never done this before. That's a good spot to call it black because it kind of leads in there. Do a couple of little oops, that. See, this is the only thing I don't like about black is how you just lose all the detail. I don't know if I like that. Maybe I just don't know how to do it well. That's my black, my red to black. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. There we go. Maybe I'll give her some roots. That's kind of funny. It's good, but me, I used the blender before, yeah. I don't know if blending black to red would be a good blend. It's gonna go like that. I don't know if I'm making it worse. Okay, I'm moving on because I feel like I'm making it worse. Okay. I think I'm going to do her flowers up here in purple. Thank you. Oh, I feel like I've been live for a lot longer. It's only been an hour. Probably because I'm tired from swimming. So I'm gonna, I'll close up on this so you can see how I nudge out color with alcohol marker. If you can see that. See this one right here? You can kind of nudge color out with alcohol marker, which is kind of nice. Just like takes over the paper. See? Right there. Kind of push the color around. That's one thing I love about alcohol markers. Not all of them are like this, but this set definitely is. Which is great for if you make mistakes, often like I do. It's not perfect, but I made it. Assume it was a, yeah. Can't imagine a lake. Yeah, I don't think I'd be going in the lake right now. Yeah, it was, I went swimming with my mom at one of the local high schools. Not my town, but her town. Yeah, it was heated. And it's funny, they have a hot tub, but it's like the lady at the front desk calls it a warm tub because it was actually not very hot. It was like lukewarm. But we had fun. I love swimming. It's like my favorite, one of my favorite things to do. I'm glad you made it anyways. Excuse me. We're just coloring. Just coloring. How was your day? Been here for at least 30 minutes. Oh. Why'd you say I made it then? I'm confused. Just forgot to hit send. Oh. Well, welcome. Belated welcome. See, I'm nudging out color here too. Show you. Oops. All right. So So you can kind of, so this is the Ohuhu, so let's see if this works. See how you can like push the color? I'm literally like pushing it off the page. There we go. I think I'll give her some red eyebrows. Let's go with this. I'm trying to remember if the Little Mermaid has red eyebrows. Not really happy with how I did the hair, but it was a test. We have not done black hair before, so that was a test. Okay, so I've got my skin tone markers right here, and I'm gonna pick a skin tone for her. I think I'm gonna give her like I don't want her to be like super white. Let's see. Let's give her like a I'm gonna go with this 148. It's not like, and then let's see, maybe we'll give her like some brown, some like, and I go with a little bit of a yellower or orangey kind of tone. 107, where are you? That one. And maybe a little bit of this potato brown. So these are my tones. Markers do I use? I use, if you want to check out the link in my bio, you can go under menu and then supplies, and you'll be able to see like all the different markers that I use. These ones right now I'm using are Ohuhu. I'll show you this is the case. Ohuhu skin tone markers. You can find that in supplies. And hold on a sec. Yeah, so you can find the skin tone markers there. I forget, sorry, I lost track of what I was saying. I also like to use I have Amazon ones that are like, they look like this. They are cheaper, they are less expensive, in my opinion, than Ohuhu for like more markers. So I kind of like to mix them up a little bit. So I'm going in with like kind of a yellower undertone, or kind of an orangey undertone. When I like to do, or when I'm doing skin tones, I kind of like to layer the tones. I feel like it helps give it like a nicer, smoother kind of tone. Oh, you did? Oh, I love them too. I bought them for this book because I usually don't color people that often. And I was like, I feel like I need to do these ladies justice. If I don't have proper skin tone markers, they will probably look weird. So just like everything else, I usually pick 3 tones. I'm gonna try to nudge some of that color out in a second. I'll do her hand first though. I'm gonna try and do I'm just gonna do this while I'm at it. Do a whole page. I haven't finished the last 2 pages because like I don't think anybody really wants to watch me color backgrounds. So I'll probably do that off camera and just post it later or off the live. Good, so rescheduling that. I know I must have missed something. I'm coloring, but I always go out of the lines. Yeah, so do I. Look at all my out of the lines. I always go out of the lines. Don't let that stop you. Life's more interesting when you go outside the lines. I'm just nudging that color out there. See? That's what I do. Yeah, I know I have to do her other arm. I just wanted to finish this one because I wanted to get this before it was all dry. See, I'll show you what I'm doing here. This is what I do when I go outside the lines. This is one of the reasons I love alcohol markers. See how I went out of the line there and there? So I can wet that again with my alcohol marker and push that color out like that. See how it's gone now? And then I'm just going to soften that. Ta-da! And then I'll do the same thing here. So you literally just push it like that. Sometimes it takes a little bit more. Ta-da! And then I'll probably just go in with this and like smooth it so I don't end up with a water line. Yeah, cool, eh? So that's why I don't really care about going outside the lines. Like here, I'll do it here too. So you just wet it first. Let it get wet and then push, 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 push till it's gone. I'm just going to go in with this a little bit just to soften that line so she doesn't end up with a water line. She's probably going to end up with a shadow there anyway. Yeah, they are really nice. I agree. I love alcohol markers so much. So I'm just doing the same thing here, just nudging out that color, and probably do that here too. So I really mussed this up here. Just got to be careful not to like see how I have a kind of a water line that's kicking in there. So even if you can't get all the color out, you can at least soften it, you know. So it doesn't look so bad. She'd probably have a little bit of a shadow there anyway. So I'm just gonna go like this just to even that out. And then we'll let that dry, come back and fix it. No, you have to be kind of gentle though. So you just have to play around with it until you figure it out. I feel like her arm is here, but like this whole area, her arm. Oh no, I just realized I missed part of his fin. Well, we're just going to say this is her arm, because I don't know. Sure it is. I ended up buying a bundle of skin tones along with a set of 48 regular colors. Oh, nice. That's a nice haul. You're probably like skipping to the door. Like the Amazon guy's here, or the delivery guy. I love getting new sets. I'm just fixing this up a little bit. I forgot that little guy. Okay. Okay, so I did that color. So now I'm going to go in with my... I'm not worrying too much about how, like, it's dried kind of weird looking, because I'm going in with a different color. She's going to be a little bit darker. So I really like layering colors because I feel like it just gives it a nicer, I don't know, a nicer finished product. Now, if my skin tones don't look awesome, please don't judge me because I'm new to skin tone markers. And I'm just trying to do my best. So see how like it kind of gives her a bit of a shadow there? That's kind of cool. And it gives her a little bit of a, like she's got darker skin, but she's also got a little bit of a like orangey yellow undertone, which you wouldn't get if you were just doing the regular skin tone. So thing I like about alcohol markers too is that they blend super nice with themselves. Like they don't, there's not a lot of like streakiness that happens. Yeah. Thank you. Somebody recommended that I do black or red into black, and I'm not too sold on the black part of the hair, but you know, sometimes it looks, oh, well, color, that's what I'm here for, baby girl. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to like show detail with black, but I do have paint pens. Maybe I can add some highlights with paint pens. Now I want to add highlights. Let me finish what I'm doing. Okay, so now I'm going back in with my third color just to like add some shading and shadows. I'm gonna go like that because this, again, we're trying to remember where the light's coming from and be coming from up here, so we'd probably have like, you know, something like that. Probably get a little bit of a shadow here. Should definitely have shadow there. Right here for sure. Yeah, thanks. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I feel like her neck is like really thick. Like something's, I don't know, not right. But go like this. I feel like her should be like that. I'm gonna do a little bit under there. I think that turned out okay. I'm gonna do like a little bit around there, probably like that too. I feel like her eyes would probably be like maybe a dark color. I'm gonna go in with like a, thank you. So this one specifically has a kind of a glass eye. So I'm gonna go in and do, I know I did, I said I was gonna do dark eyes and then I did yellow, but I have a little bit of a plan here. So I'm gonna go back in with my like potato brown that I did for the skin. Kind of do like that. I have a plan. I'm gonna do I think maybe I'll do because she was kind of inspired. You can do little sparkles in the fake eye. Yeah, I saw she was kind of inspired by someone on TikTok who had a sparkle eye. So I feel like this does her justice. Fall asleep watching this. I think it's funny when people say that. You're not the first person to say that, so I'm glad I could help. Okay, I'm gonna do her like thing and her tail. Somebody wanted me to do turquoise for the tail, so just do a traditional, like as if mermaids are traditional, but you know, typical what you would see mermaid tail to look like. And then we'll add some shading and stuff because you know that's my jam. I feel like for the background, I'm probably going to do something like, actually I'm going to go like this. I feel like if there was bubbles here, it would be like kind of reflecting that color anyway. I feel like for the background, I might do just like a solid color because there's a lot going on in this picture and I don't feel like doing all of the little details. Can you even see what I'm coloring? No, you cannot. That's better. All right. Like it would be helpful if I like did that. There you go. And I can see a little better, the whole tail, and I don't have to bop around here. And I go like this. Wait. Not sure what's going on with her tail here. I can hear my dog kind of starting to get a little uppity. I suspect there is a bark coming shortly. And I'd probably go like this. Probably not going to do too much detail on the tail, just because like I feel like this is the focus, and I don't really want to like put the focus there. Okay, what color shirt would she be wearing? You know what we could do? We could just go like moody. Like a moody blue or a moody purple. I'll show you what I mean by a moody blue or purple. You should see all of these are all the colors we've used so far. That's not even all of them. Look at it. That's all the colors we've used so far. Hey, Phyllis. Nice to see you. Moody purple. But I already took out blue. I feel like I just did purple. Do I want to do... I think I want to do blue. I'm sorry. Normally I would say yes. But I'm already feeling... Oh, you know what? Is that part of her shoulder right there? No. Okay. This is what I mean by moody. Just need to nudge out some of that color there. So basically what I mean by moody blue is just like, it's a blue mood, but it's not like a full blue. Because I kind of just want it to be like her, like this, her face and these fish are kind of the accent, or the focal point. So I kind of just want this to be, like, I don't want you like to be focused on the clothing. I want you to be focused on the face. So I'm gonna mess up this hair here because I really screwed that up, but so maybe there'd be a shadow right there. Probably be some shadows there. That'd probably be shady, like that. That'd probably be shady down here. So do you get what I mean by moody blue? I just go like that. It's just kind of like, it's just moody. So then I'm gonna do, so everything else I feel like I'm gonna do kind of like light highlights of, if that makes sense. So like I'm not gonna do so much detail. This book is called, I'll show it to you. It's called If Mermaids Are Real, Coloring Book for Adults that Represent Many Body Types, Cultures, and Medical Conditions. So this book has, like, you know, vitiligo, it's got different cultures. This is a little person. You know, there's different hairstyles, there's tattooed people, there's different types of bellies, there's heavy women. This is a Muslim mermaid, which you've probably never seen before. Stretch marks, bellies, different cultures. Yeah. This one, she had a breast removed. Yeah, so this one has a prosthetic fin. She has a, what do you call that thing? Why do I always blank? Glucose monitor? No. Insulin pump. Thank you. Muscular, you know, shapelier. This, you know, chest scar, thyroid scar. You know, oh, there's the glucose monitor. Yeah, there's one with a colostomy. This one is heavier. I made them bigger. Pregnant, older, aged naturally, that kind of stuff. So, oops, what are you oopsing for? Yeah, there is a colostomy in there, so not an oops. Okay, so now I'm just gonna, like, I'm kind of gonna be like lightly shading the stuff in the background, or lightly coloring. So I'm just gonna probably do this guy. green. So I'm not doing any more like detail. So everything's going to be sort of solid colored now. We want to focus on her. I'm determined to finish a coloring page on Alive because like it's been a long time. Because I usually get so focused on all the details. You know me, I can't just leave it alone. Like everything has to have details, and I so badly want to give this leaf a detail. I'm already thinking about how I'm going to give the bubbles details. So silly. Just that's a classic ADHD overthinking brain. I think that's it for that. All right. So the only other thing I think I need to color is this little guy down here. If you can paint, pen, highlight. Yes! You read my mind! Okay, so I think I'm gonna do this little guy in, I just want it to be, I'm just gonna do green because I just want it to be simple. I don't want to have too many colors in here. I've already got quite a few. It's the problem when you do lots of like shading is you end up with a lot of markers out. There you go. All right. So now I'm going to do the background all in one color, and I'm going to pick something really light, I think. Let's see. I want something super light. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that cool shadow. Here's hoping there's enough in it to get through the whole thing. Red. What's red? Should do themed lives, yeah. I mean, right now I'm just like, you're lucky that I'm doing a live. Not you're lucky, but like, you know, their life has been a little bit crazy lately, so I'm just gonna do what I can for now, basically. But if you have suggestions, I'm always happy to hear what you mean by themed, like which what themes you're thinking of. Okay, so this water is probably supposed to be blue, but we're doing purple. And I'll show you why when we're done. Oh, sorry. Maidenfish? Sure, why not? I told you there was a little bark coming. He's starting to get antsy. And this color's starting to run out on me. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Thank you. Thanks, baby girl. I always feel like every time I say baby girl, we have someone in our family that my mom calls baby girl, and I always think of her every time I say that. See, I mean, I know like a lot of people stress about going outside the lines, but I don't even know if you can tell in a lot of these spots that I went outside that, like, when you look at the picture from afar, you can't even really tell. And if you can, I don't really care that much. I used to care a lot, but it's like I have more fun when I don't care. So I'm choosing not to care.
The most convenient solution to lingering odors in any space. No batteries and no effort.
Oh, sorry about the ads.
Small Spaces gives you 45 days of continuous freshness. Easily tackle odors anywhere. For 3 small
At
spaces.
least you can easily tackle odors anywhere. Oh, I think her fin is back there, but I'm gonna just ignore it for now because I've already started covering it. It's kind of nice. I don't know if I like the blue now though, because the blue, like, I feel like it looks kind of funny now. This marker I have to go really slow because it's starting to, like, if I go too fast it streaks and feels like it's gonna die on me. Oh, not even in the screen anymore. Alright, let's see. Is there a fish in the background? It's called a mermaid. Buddy, I'm right here. I brought some like little carrots over to like throw at him when he starts getting upset. Hold on a sec. Here. Hey. Putting you to sleep. The dog's trying to get his carrot and he's like having a meltdown about it. Guess I'm glad it's putting you to sleep. Good, bad? Oof. I almost ran out of marker, so. Not even gonna worry about the lines. I guess this is a good time to test out my paint pens too on these bubbles. Markers ASMR, yeah, for sure. I feel like I'm gonna do, I don't like this blue anymore. I'm gonna go like this. Just do like a, that's better. I didn't like it. It was bothering me. Just looked at a place with the background all done. All right. All right, see, this is my problem. Once I start, I'm like, okay, well now that I did that, I feel like I need to add more shadows. This is my problem. I have an addiction. Addiction to details and shadows. Isha. What's the liquid? Oh, it's alcohol. Just alcohol. Okay, so now I bought paint pens. I haven't even opened them yet. So I'm gonna go in with, let's see, what color should I go in with? Maybe I'll go with, maybe I'll go in with like a teal. I'm gonna do like the, just make the bubbles like that. Oh, can you even see? There we go. I don't know if you can see that bubble. I've only got 3 little guys over here that I'm doing. So many markers, they're everywhere. Alright. Ooh, yeah, an unboxing. Okay, so these are just cheap from Amazon. I'm okay, how are you? Yeah, at least it's not a bad addiction. Maybe some glitter on the fishtail. Let's do the paint pens and then we'll see where we're at. Okay. So this package came with a bunch, so hopefully they're good. Otherwise I have a bunch of terrible markers that I can't use. Let's see if I can throw another carrot at him. I just launched a carrot into the living room. All right, let's see. I'm trying to open this, but it's like, it's a lot of, there we go. It's a lot of plastic. Come on, get off. Here we go. Okay, let's test her out. Ooh, okay. I think it's gotta like, I think I've gotta do like a, like wet the tip here. Oh, I need a blank piece of paper. Hold it. This is the kind of pen that you gotta like, let's see, shake several times, press the tip, press the tip 3 or 4 times, recap after use. Okay, well then I gotta shake it. Yeah, my dog likes carrots. He's weird though, because sometimes he likes them and then sometimes he doesn't. Yeah, I know the first time probably takes like a while to get it to, there it goes, it's starting to go now. There we go. It's not leaking through. I'll make it nice and saturated. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. All right, let's do some bubbles. It's not like a thick, I kind of have to dab it on there. It's not what I thought it was going to be, but I like how it's turning out with the bubbles though. It's like I gotta, maybe it needs to be shaken a little bit more. I've never used a paint pen before, so it's a first. Glitter fishtails. Probably not today, but maybe I'll add a little bit of glitter. It's because you're, I think somebody else said it earlier, unless it was you. Ooh, I like how that's turning out. The nice thing about paint pens is you can do a lot of different highlights from what I understand. I've not used one before, like I said, so Maybe we'll add a couple more highlights. Smells kind of weird. You think he thinks carrots are just dropping from the sky? Just launching carrots across the room. I can hear him eating it, so I know he's finding them. Sometimes bubbles show multiple colors. Yeah, if I had the patience for that, maybe. I feel like bubbles kind of reflect like what's going on behind them or like around them. I feel like, oh, I forgot her lips. What am I thinking? Jeez. All right. Well, that was silly. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Now he wants to go outside. This is if mermaids are real. Okay, I'm just gonna let my dog out. Bear with me momentarily. This is the book. Oh yeah, the bubbles are kind of done like that on the cover too, so it kind of works out. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. The dog runs the house, so. Okay, so I'm gonna try adding some highlights to this paint pen, or with this paint pen again. In different spots. Let's call this live fun with paint pens. I'm just shaking is the paint pen. I want my dog back there, so hang out with me for a second. Hold on. Alright, so let's have fun with this paint pen here. Yeah, highlight on her shoulder. Do a little bit of a highlight here too. It's not a very like smooth. Probably highlight right there. Maybe a highlight there. Maybe right here. Highlight like there. I think I gotta wet this thing a lot more. There we go. Okay, now I'm getting it. Hey, how's it going? Cheekbone? I don't know about cheekbone. These paint pens? Oh, geez, I don't remember. I feel like there should be some like highlights here too. Maybe just a couple. Like that. Oh, Demby. I might have to go soon because he's getting to be wild. I feel like that turned out pretty cute. Let's do her nails a little bit too. I'm gonna do some glitter. Let's do her nails to match her eye. I think it turned out pretty cute.